possession. Can't end until somebody grabs a rebound, Greg. Two of the best on the boards are facing off tonight. They prioritize rebounding.
And getting those extra possessions can really break a team's will. When excellent rebounding teams play, everyone has to work a little harder to secure the ball.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Kyle Filipowski is out there with Lauri Markkanen. Then there's Bailey. Then it's Keontae George. And it's Kessler in at the 5, roaming the paint. Pass to Jackson. Memphis moving that ball around. Morant surveying the D. Caldwell Pope for 3. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. And it's Utah's ball. Markkanen from outside. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Markkanen's got the first 3 points tonight for the Jazz. Caldwell Pope outside. There's the lob to the hoop. A putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Utah has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Kessler, a screen on Caldwell Pope. Outside for George. No good with the triple. Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Pass to Kessler. Kessler, a screen on Jackson. Filipowski passes to George. Here's Bailey. Guarded by Morant. Kept alive. Edey with the steal. Launches a 3. And Contavious Caldwell Pope with the 3.
And the three-pointer, a big part of KCP's game. About half his shots come from out there.
In recent seasons, availability has been a problem for John Morant. Greg, dig into that a little bit.
Well, from a league suspension to multiple injuries, Morant has missed a significant amount of time. But we know when he's on the court, he's a game changer. And developing that 3-ball shot, George is putting in the work now.
And it's Morant missing. Utah's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Here's Bailey. And Utah turns it over again. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, Lauri Markkanen is a 7-footer with touch, but he can also attack off the dribble. Referencing comparisons to Dirk Nowitzki, he said, quote, when someone hits a fadeaway jumper, they say, that's the Dirk. Maybe someday I'll get the drag step to be called the Lauri. Guys, back to you.
Ooh, that's a sweet move, too. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy.
There's no question Bailey can score from anywhere. The defense cannot allow this guy to run free.
Jazz have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Markkanen against Caldwell Pope. Pass to George. Just 5 to shoot. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
Yeah, Keontae George, that's part of his arsenal, folks. This guy's such a well-rounded offensive player.
Now Edey. He's covered by Kessler. Now Morant. Caldwell Pope for 3. That shot off.
Boy, felt like he let that possession get personal. Trying to answer back with a 3 of his own there.
On the wing, Markkanen. And here we go. Morant heading to the hoop. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And anytime Jackson gets near the rim, it's pretty much a done deal.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
You have to be more careful with the basketball. These are possessions that you don't get back.
George against Morant. Pass to Wells. And here's Caldwell Pope. 32 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Bailey. And the 3-ball is good. Bailey's got 6 points.
A big reason why Bailey went high in the draft. He's a guy who can score without dominating the ball.
Filipowski with it. Still scoreless. Pass to Kessler. And it's Bailey in the corner. Fires the three. That shot misses. And so it's Utah with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And their three-point shooting. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at the Jazz performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
We've got Ty Jerome. Williams is out there with Santi Aldama. Then it's John Concho. And it's Landale in at the center. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Here's Jerome. Pass to Concho. There's the screen. Back to Landale. The kick out to Williams. The rebound by Niang.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact. My goodness, that's just too clean a look. He takes full advantage.
And this Grizzlies organization, Greg, not afraid to innovate.
Yeah, we see that with the offense they've implemented. Different from just about any other team in the league. Rather than pick and roll, it's much more predicated on off-ball shifts and cutting.
Here's Jerome. He has yet to score. Good.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
To the right side. Here's Sensabaugh. He's guarded by Williams. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Now Aldama.
Whoa, the solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Nobody near Nurkic. No good from outside.
Boy, normally he makes that. Defense gets lucky there.
Landale finds Jerome. Williams for three. Utah with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Screen by Niang. Pass to Sensabaugh. Three-pointer. Landale grabs the miss. The Grizzlies trail by 5. Here's Conchar. Nothing on the board. Here's Jerome. From outside, off the mark.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
Williams with a clean look. Pass to Conchar. Here's the three. The three-pointer is right on target.
For a guy who's known for his perimeter shooting, that is a great look.
They need this one. Offensive rebound. Here's Nurkic. It's intercepted. And it's Memphis on the break. Here's Landale. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up. Boy, that's just inviting trouble. Defensively, you simply can't give him that much space.
Pass to Jerome. And the Grizzlies another three.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
From outside the arc, Landale grabs the miss. Landale's got 4 rebounds in this game. 35 seconds left now here in the second. Offensive rebound. And that one is stuffed right through.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, GA, he knows what his job is. Control the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
Here's Jerome. He has 5. Lets the 3 fly. And the rebound by Nurkic. Niang with the ball. Screen by Nurkic. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. It's a tie game in Memphis. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. And back in the day, guys like Bird and Magic competed for championships as rookies. But Doris, we haven't seen that in a while.
Kev, you have to remember, Larry Bird was drafted in unique circumstances. He was drafted a full year before he left college. And for both Larry and Magic, they joined talented veteran teams. That would be like the Celtics or Warriors drafting Wemby. It would be the exact same story.
And so in the game for the Jazz, they've got Lauri Markkanen, George out there with Bailey. Then there's Kyle Filipowski. And it's Kessler in at the 5.
Oh, Walker Kessler showing you his passing ability. Nicely done.
That bucket in no time at all. Edie's got 5 points so far.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
And now, Hallie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thank you, guys. Well, this September, Grizzlies legend Marc Gasol was enshrined in the Basketball Hall of Fame. A 3-time All-Star and Defensive Player of the Year, Marc was acquired in a trade for his brother, Pau Gasol, who was likewise an All-Star with the Grizzlies. Marc, a fixture on and off the court in Memphis. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks a lot. Pass to Bailey. That ball, nice speed that time from George. Bailey's got it all tied up now for the Jazz. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Thanks. Well, Ace Bailey's draft journey was highly scrutinized, and it wasn't just his height, but at the combine he measured over 2 inches shorter than he'd been listed in college. Rather, his refusal to work out for any team surprised a lot of folks and executives around the league. But it didn't scare off the Jazz, who selected him 5th overall.
Not everyone can shoot like him. Thanks so much for the report, Shams.
An effortless range. KCP doesn't always hit for a high percentage, but when he does hit, he makes it look good.
Here's Bailey. He's got 12. There's the pick. Outside, George. Hells with the steal. Caldwell Pope for 3. The putback.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Markkanen a screen on Jackson. Filipowski. The Jazz with another miss.
The fadeaway, not a terrible idea, but he needs to make the game easier on himself. He's overcomplicating things.
Back to Jackson. Filipowski with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Outside, George. Here's Kessler. A 3-pointer off the mark. And so Morant will bring it up for the Grizzlies. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half.
And this is something Morant does well. His knack for knowing when to make that feed is impressive.
Here's Bailey. Will it go? Outside for George. They set the pick. Shot clock at 6. The Jazz again can't hit it. And the Grizzlies leading by 8. And Memphis with another turnover here. And maybe more than any team in the West, GA, the Jazz really committing to the rebuild.
Well, in the West, it seems like you got 13 or 14 teams all trying to win now. And it just doesn't work that way. So it's not just about talent. It's also about timing.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. Here's Jerome. Here's Landale. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. There's 48 seconds left to play in the third. Nurkic, a screen on Jerome. To the inside. Now Niang. He takes it in. It's good. Niang's got 5.
Boy, that's exactly the look you're working toward, right at the rim.
Here's Aldama. He's covered by Niang. 16 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Conchar. Off target from outside. Here's Niang. Screen by Nurkic. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Memphis with a 6-point. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
You know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates. Done there perfectly.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. John Conchar out there with Ty Jerome. Then it's Jock Landale. Then it's Vince Williams. And it's Aldama in at the 4 spot. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Jazz trail by 3. Wing shot on the way. And again, it's Utah. The Grizzlies shooting 40% from the field. Here's Jerome. Offline with his 3. Basket here gets them back in front.
And it's been a long time coming, partner.
To take the lead. And the Jazz another 3. Game winding down, and they just keep changing leads.
And guys, no separation yet. And I really don't think we're going to see any all the way down.
Now, here's Nurkic. And man, is this team on a roll right now offensively, Greg. So fun to watch.
They're playing with so much confidence, which is why they're tearing it up on this end.
Pass to Conchar. And again, Memphis no good.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
Here's Jerome. They set the pick to end the run. Chalk up 2 there.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
Glatzler's a 3. Buries the deep ball.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Jazz leading by 6. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's Jerome. Launches it. Nurkic there for the rebound.
If you're trying to make a comeback, that is the kind of shot that doesn't help.
Beyond the arc. The 3 goes down.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
Here's Jerome. And the 3 misses. And here's Utah. What a stretch they've had going here. 17-2. And it's Vince Williams with the foul. That's his first foul. So Memphis ends up going with the new group. Here's Bailey. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Edey rips down the rebound. The Grizzlies trail by 9.
And that's what they want to see out of Jackson, getting out on the break and just busting it up the court.
The Jazz shooting a mediocre 41% in this one.
It's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Good on the first, and that stretches their lead to 8. Second one is good, and both at the line, and it's a 9-point ball game. The Grizzlies shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. Morant's gone 1 for 5 from the field, 20%. Pass Suarez, screen on Jackson. Puts up the 3. Edey rips down the rebound. Caldwell Pope on the wing. 18 feet out. Count it.
Well, that's something you'd like to see more out of Jackson, making plays for others.
This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
Yeah, just got to work that clock and take care of the ball.
Shoots the 3. Cleared away by George. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Takes advantage. That J is good.
This is unbelievable. He has over half the team's points right now.
Now Edey. Takes the 3. Knocked away. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession. The long 3. No good. And so it's Utah with the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win.
When it comes to these two teams, Grant, you have to expect they'll be relying on their front courts to get it done here.
Yeah, I think that's right, B.A. It should be an old-fashioned battle amongst the bigs. And whoever gets the edge in that matchup, I think gets the W. But we'll see.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. The vet pair on the wings with Levine at the 2, DeRozan at the 3. The duo inside, Murray and Sabonis. And it's Schroeder in at the point. And so it's Schroeder with it. He brings it up for the Sacramento Kings. It's a three-point game. Sabonis against Morant. Sabonis can't hit.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
To the middle. Here's Edey. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes.
Well, even when there's not an open passing lane, Ja will create one. He is an excellent passer.
And it's DeRozan missing.
And the defense gave him no space. He had to fade back. That's not an easy look for most guys.
Now here's Morant. Oh, deflected. Here's Caldwell Pope. Rebound by Sacramento. And really an offensive transformation for the Grizzlies since 2024, Grant.
Yeah, they're pushing the pace, playing a unique style with a lot of cutting and movement off the ball, crashing the offensive glass. I mean, it all seems to be working.
Now here's Jackson. Here's Morant. Rebounded, Domantas Sabonis.
Thin margin of error right there. You have to work for a better shot.
And that'll be Sacramento's ball as it goes out of bounds. Kings able to keep possession here. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with the head coach of the Grizzlies. I asked how you counter a player with DeMar DeRozan's versatile scoring. We're putting a close sign on the mid-range tonight, Coach joked, adding, we're going to be very tight in that area defensively and not give him what he wants. Sounds like DeMar is in for an uphill battle tonight. Brian, back to you.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Something teammates love about DeMar DeRozan. He has that clutch gene in him, Stan.
Yeah, B.A., he is fearless in those big moments. He remains steady, keeps his focus, and that makes him deadly against defenses that are scrambling to close out a game.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Morant. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Sacramento has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And another miss by Sacramento. For Memphis, they've gone 1 of 5 to start things off. Fires the 3. Wells misses. And so DeRozan will bring it up for the Kings. Pass to Levine. They still need this. And DeRozan gets it to go.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Morant finds Caldwell Pope. Now Morant. Goes up on the baseline. And another miss by Memphis. DeRozan against Jackson. DeRozan can't get that one to fall.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Now here's DeRozan. Kick by Murray from about 19. Pass to Sabonis. Kicks it to DeRozan. Over Edey. Offensive rebound. Outside Levine. DeRozan up top. And he buries that one. Back rim and in.
I love how decisive DeRozan was on that play. He knew he was going to put that shot up well before he caught the ball.
Caldwell Pope for 3. The rebound by Murray. Murray's got 4 rebounds now. Lets it go. And that one's good. DeRozan. DeRozan's got 6 points.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
Now here's Morant. No points so far. And the three-pointer goes.
Wow, when Morant is hitting the 3, he becomes basically unguardable.
And that one's good. DeRozan
Well-placed pass in the hands of a guy ready to attack.
takes the three. Rebound by Sacramento. Sabonis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Releases. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And so he makes both from the line.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
What a performance for DeMar DeRozan. He's been the story for the Kings. He put together 10 points in the quarter. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at Sacramento's performance here. Guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, it looks like hitting the boards hard was an emphasis of their attack. They knew how valuable it was to do so.
Yeah, we're not surprised by this. These guys work hard, and they are physical.
Vince Williams is out there with Santi Aldama. Then it's Jock Landale. Then it's Ty Jerome. And it's Conchar in at the 2 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. The Kings forward DeMar DeRozan clearly bought in to helping take this team to the next level. He said, quote, "I appreciate the passion and the drive from the coaching staff, from the players to the fan base to everything, top to bottom. Guys want to win. Anything is possible." Brian, back to you.
They are plenty talented. All right, Allie, thanks a lot. And, Coach, the Kings know they need to get better defensively. But do they have the personnel is the question.
Well, so much of defense is about your commitment to making multiple efforts, in particular contesting three-point shooters, an area they've struggled in tremendously. If you're starting to fix something, start there.
An explosive talent. When Westbrook gets room to take flight, he goes for it.
Landale, he got a piece of it. Westbrook drives, and Westbrook slams it home.
Hey, that's fierce. Throwing it down over the larger defender.
Landale misses. Sacramento leading by 9. Going inside, and finished off by Westbrook.
When it comes to attacking the lane, Westbrook is incredible. One of the best drivers in the league.
For Sacramento, they've gone a terrific 4 of 5 here in the second quarter. Westbrook missing again. Memphis has gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. Here's Aldama. Three-pointer off the mark.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Vince Williams. That's his first foul. Here's the teardrop. Westbrook can't hit. Grizzlies trail by 11. Pass to Conchar. Williams from long range. Offensive board.
Great anticipation off the missed shot.
Oh, his timing was impeccable. Eubanks inside. Landale's there. The shot by Eubanks no good. For Memphis, they've gotten only 3 of 9 attempts to fall in the second. Here's Aldama. Off the mark there with a 3. Sacramento leading by 9. Here's Westbrook. And finished off by Westbrook.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. And a great story, Stan. Keon Ellis signed a 2-way contract as an undrafted free agent in 22.
Well, he's a fantastic defender and still rounding out the rest of his game. BA, it's another example of how the 2-way contract rule has been great for this league.
And they'll get another chance. Westbrook with a screen on Jerome to the paint. Tries again. Šarić outside. Clock is at 3. Up again. Kicks it out to Westbrook. Pass to Monk. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Memphis. Conchar with the ball. He's picked up by Westbrook. Three-pointer. Dribbled in by Saric. The Kings lead by 10. Westbrook, the pass to Saric. Kicks it out to Westbrook. Releases. Westbrook missing again. Well, the Grizzlies shooting a rough 25% for the field in this game. Jerome, that's good. There's 18 seconds left in the first half of this one. Monk passes to Eubanks. Left side Monk. Puts up a three. Fires in the triple. Monk's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. And so it's the Sacramento Kings ending the quarter up 10. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. More 2K action in just a moment. Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. Boy, you gotta like what Russell Westbrook has done in this game.
His whole first half looked like a highlight reel, rising up and just owning the rim.
Well, they've got to build a wall immediately because he'll just keep attacking like that if they don't.
And on the floor for Doug Christie as we get into the second half. DeRozan and Murray in at the forward positions. Schroeder and Levine are the backcourt. And it's Sabonis in at the center position. Here's DeRozan. Another shot. Memphis with a rebound. Stan, there seems to be an impatience to this Kings organization. Continuity is not the order of the day.
Well, yeah, BA, and it can be disorienting for the players. You don't want to become complacent, but there's got to be a happy medium and some stability.
Edey with a steal. For three, Caldwell Pope. And again, it's Memphis missing. The Kings lead by 8. DeRozan with the ball. And it's Edey picking him up. And it's blocked by Edey. And now Memphis on the break. Caldwell Pope for three. And a great assist by Moran as that one goes. Caldwell Pope's got his first 3 points of the game. DeRozan, a screen on Caldwell Pope. Oh, ripped away. And the dunk by Jackson.
There's Jackson Jr. with that huge catch radius. You can put that pass almost anywhere.
Offensive rebound from deep. And the foul on Jaren Jackson. That's his first foul of the game. Here's DeRozan. He's got 10.
Great defense from Jackson. We've said that before. He's as good as it gets on this end.
Pass to Edey. And the dunk by Edey.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Yeah, taking away the lead is never easy, but a rally like this is how you do it.
Here's DeRozan. Again, the miss by the Kings.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Edey for three. They get the rebound. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Wells, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Knocks down the triple. Caldwell Pope's got 6 here in the quarter.
Caldwell Pope is a well-practiced shooter. Once the ball is in his hands, he's into his motion.
DeRozan outside. Fades. Murray out to Schroeder. Sabonis with a screen on Morant. 6 to shoot. Here's DeRozan. Connects on the 17-footer. DeRozan's got 12 points in the game. And players these days with great ball handling, but occasionally getting away with a carry at times.
Oh, you know, BA, the old discontinued dribble. I mean, this might be where tracking cameras can start to help because it's such a tough call for an official to assess in the moment.
Just an electrifying style on the court for John Moran. And Grant, he's not shy when it comes to confrontation.
Oh, yeah. No, he's not ducking any smoke. But part of his maturation is choosing his battles, including trying to preserve his body from those fearless forays to the rim.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Landale's checked in for Edey. Aldama comes in for Jackson. Williams is checked in for Wells. And it's Conchar in for Caldwell Pope. And Landale gets it to go.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Pass to Monk. Three-pointer. Drains the triple. Monk's got his third bucket of the night.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort. That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
Sends it home from three-point land.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. And Russell Westbrook, he's adapted to becoming a spark plug off the bench stand.
Well, he's been in this league a long time, BA, and he's willing to take on whatever role is necessary to produce W's. That's what a professional does.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Jerome's checked in. Monk for three. And that one comes off the assist by Westbrook. Monk's got 15 points.
He's been a piece of the puzzle tonight, but it's a team effort. Everyone's contributing to this lead.
Now here's Westbrook. Lets the three fly. Malik Monk has been leading the charge for Sacramento, doing some damage from deep. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
Well, that is what coaches want from their point guard. Set others up, play the game the right way.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. John Conchar is out there with Ty Jerome. Then there's Vince Williams. Then it's Jock Landale. And it's Aldama in at the four-man position. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Here's Westbrook. Then Westbrook slams it home.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now. Count it. Now 8 for 13 with that basket.
Just another move in his bag of tricks. Westbrook isn't afraid to bust out the floater every now and then.
And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. The Kings lead by 11. Buries it down low. Westbrook's got 6 here in the quarter.
And once Westbrook finds his rhythm, good luck trying to stop him. So dominant at times.
Sacramento has gotten 6 of 13 shots to go from outside the arc. Westbrook missing again. Memphis has gone 0 for 3 here in the fourth. Monk with a steal. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ty Jerome. That's his first foul. A line change here for Memphis.
Substitution on the court.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Here's DeRozan. And it's blocked by Edey. Wells, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Shoots over Levine. Rebound by Sacramento. Sabonis has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. DeRozan with the ball. Jackson in his pocket. And another miss by Sacramento. Grizzlies trail by 13. Outside Wells. Jackson with a screen on DeRozan. And here's Edey. Takes a three. Yes, sir, with the three.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point. Range these days, and he's right up there with the best of them.
Levine outside. DeRozan, and yes, sir, hits the wide-open J.
Well, that's why you run set plays, to get DeRozan that space he needs to go to work.
Rebounded by Sabonis.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one down.
Buries it from outside.
Nice handoff by Caldwell Pope, making a well-timed pass.
On the wing, DeRozan. He's covered by Wells. Now Levine, outside DeRozan. Releases. Oh, he missed the jumper. And here's Jackson. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. They trail by 9. That's off. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. Picked by Sabonis. DeRozan fires. Shot's no good. Memphis has gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth. Stolen by Schroeder. Outside DeRozan. Jacks up a 3. Oh, no good.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
Memphis shooting at about 34% here in this game. Money from 3.
They're really employing a deep range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot, but when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding. That's just a great effort on the defensive side. Blaster to the shooter.
Rebounded by Sabonis.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Book it! It goes!
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
Oh, can't hit the jumper. Stolen by Schroeder. DeRozan. Oh, it misses. And so it's Sacramento with the W. Exceptional.
I'm here with DeMontis. DeMontis, a great team.
All right, Allie, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
Welcome, folks, to what promises to be one. A matchup we have tonight, Greg, in the front court. I know everyone, you and I included, have been waiting for this one.
And when you got two of the best bigs in the league going at it tonight, it's must-see TV. I can't wait to call this one, guys.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. In the front court, the forwards will be DeRozan and Murray. Backcourt guards are Schroeder and Levine. And it's Sabonis in its center. Filipowski with it. He's covered by Murray. Pass to Bailey. 6 on the shot clock. And here is Markkanen. DeRozan defending. Fades away. Markkanen can't get it to go.
Well, that's what you get when you go for style points with the fadeaway. And look, he paid the price.
From about 19 feet, DeRozan's shot is good.
DeRozan has every shot, but that mid-range, yeah, that's his bread and butter.
Here's Bailey. A 3 off the mark. First quarter, just over a minute played. There's always a need for shot makers in the NBA, GA, and that's what Ace Bailey brings to the floor.
Bailey has a smooth jumper with a high release point that allows him to shoot over just about any defender. And when you pair that with his physical tools, his upside is through the roof.
Here's Schroeder following the three-pointer by Utah. Pass to DeRozan. Back to Schroeder. Now here's DeRozan. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. 6 points for DeMar DeRozan.
Hey, look, when DeRozan is shooting with confidence, he is dangerous, especially catching and firing just like that.
Kessler's setting the pick for George. Fires the 3. Sabonis grabs the board. For Sacramento, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And that one, good.
Nice play by DeRozan. Such a strong scorer. So consistent in his approach at the offensive end.
Here's Bailey. Pass to Filipowski. Schroeder against George. Into the lane. Here's Filipowski. Drills the three-pointer.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Will Hardy gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. We talked about Domantas Sabonis, specifically what makes him so hard to guard. Coach told me his basketball IQ and just the way he sees the floor. He just seems to know where to be at all times. And defensively, that's difficult to match up against. They'll need to find a way to contain Sabonis here in this one. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Ellie, thank you. Now, Markkanen following the three-point attempt by DeRozan. Over Levine. Markkanen can't get it to go. The Kings leading. Shoots over Filipowski. And DeMar DeRozan the bucket on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got his 3rd assist on the night. On the wing, Markkanen. Kessler screen on DeRozan. Filipowski passes to Bailey. Takes the 3. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
A good team play there to get Bailey free, and then he quickly gets what he wanted.
Hey, Greg, they dropped the interim tag for Doug Christie as he's now the permanent head coach of the Kings.
Well, we'll have to see how permanent that is. The 5th head coach in the last 7 years. That seat is always hot in Sacramento.
Now, here's Markkanen following the miss by DeRozan.
How about the confidence? Markkanen looking fearless from the corner.
DeRozan in the corner. Levine sets the screen for DeRozan. Rebound, Utah.
Credit the defensive effort there, not giving him room to operate.
Bailey up again. In the corner, George with it. Filipowski passes to George. For 3, it's good from long range. George has got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for the Jazz.
And developing that 3-ball shot, George is putting in the work now.
DeRozan, that's good. DeRozan's got 12.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Three-pointer, Markkanen, and still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Utah out in front as they wrap up the first quarter on a 12-4 run. And we'll be back with you right after this. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Utah.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And another thing Coach will be thrilled with, the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
They've got George Niang. He's out there at Nurkic. And it's Sensabaugh in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Utah getting going here in the second. Here's Sensabaugh. Pass to Mikhailuk. There's the triple. Monk with some nice defense. And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Kings. Missed inside.
And give the defense credit. He was met at the rim.
Here's Niang. No good on the triple.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
That's Russell's go-to. He loves to go right to the rim off of a drive.
Fires for 3. Rebound by the Kings. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Charged with the screen for Monk. Puts up a deep 3. It's hauled in by Sensabaugh. Utah's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Niang, no good. Kings have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Eubanks finds Monk. They set the screen. In the corner, it's Westbrook. Lets it go with the 3. That shot is no good. And he's 1 for 3 from the floor. Here's Mikhailuk. Another miss by Utah. The Kings trail. Talk about a guy, Richard, who can shoot the lights out. Keon Ellis, over 40% for his career from 3.
Yeah, coming into the league, everyone talked about his defense, but he's shown great touch from outside and generally takes good shots.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. A big win here or there can really sustain a rebuilding team, and Utah coach Will Hardy said the results matter in order to keep belief in your process. Seeing the work pay off. The building of a team doesn't happen in one day. The players are staying with it, and they deserve all of the credit for that. Kevin, back over to you.
Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report. Now, Eubanks, still yet to score. They know.
Oh, I see you, big fella.
Can you believe that?
When he took off, I was not expecting that.
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
Jacks up a 3, and that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
When he has that much space, he's a pretty good bet to nail the 3.
There's Ellis with the 3 ball. Jazz leading by 3. Here's Mikhailuk, and another 3 for Utah.
Hey, he can make that shot and have to respect him defensively.
Westbrook drives in. Monk outside. Monk with a screen on Nurkic. Eubanks, no good. Jazz have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. And there's the call on Dario Saric. That's his first foul. 1:06 left to play here in the half. Greg, they're in a rhythm offensively, really cooking.
And the opposition looks helpless to stop them right now.
Here's Mikhailuk. Monk defending. Sensabaugh, no good.
And the defense dodged one right there. Oh, wow! That is powerful.
And there's the ferociousness. Got to enjoy Westbrook taking flight and slamming it down there with authority.
Niang passes to Mikhailuk. Screen by Niang. Shoots it up. A nice shot by Mikhailuk. Mikhailuk's got the lead up to 6 now for the Jazz. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense. They anticipated the play and got there first.
And taken away by Ellis. Westbrook finds Monk. There's Ellis with the 3-ball. It's rebounded by Mikhailuk. Fast break. Here we go. Nurkic the pass to Mikhailuk. And so it's the Utah Jazz with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. A good size advantage, and they'll look to increase it. Back right after this.
Make some noise and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Please direct your attention to center court.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You gotta like what DeMar DeRozan has done in this game.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look they wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
On the court right now for the Kings, backcourt guards are Schroeder and Levine. In the front court, the forwards will be DeRozan and Murray. And it's Sabonis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And Greg is a former point guard in this league. Give us your top floor generals of all time. The guys that could direct the floor and could control a game.
Wow. If we're talking traditional point guards, I gotta go Magic, Isaiah, CP3's in that conversation, Jason Kidd. But I've got a separate list for that hybrid point guard, right? Which that includes guys like Steph and Iverson, West, and the great Oscar Robertson.
Here's George, and it's Bailey in the corner. Outside, Markkanen. They set the pick over Levine. Markkanen missing again. The Kings trail by 7. Tries it from 19, and he hits the jump shot. DeRozan's got 4 this quarter.
As pure of a scorer as you will find in this league, DeRozan finds way to just score points night in, night out.
Pass to Kessler. Markkanen against DeRozan. 5 to shoot. 13 feet away. Will not go. This is off the front iron. For Sacramento, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. You know, Greg, in recent seasons, Lauri Markkanen has taken on a leadership role.
And Markkanen has been the featured player on some very young teams, and he's really embraced that role, proving to be a positive influence both on and off the court.
There's a screen. Markkanen from outside.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Steps back. George with the ball. Now guarded by Schroeder. The Jazz again can't hit it. And so it's DeRozan. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. Fires from deep. DeMar DeRozan grabs the board. The Kings trail by 3. Over Kessler. DeRozan gets the bucket. DeRozan's got 8 here in the quarter.
He is getting everything he wants. The defense is seemingly powerless to slow him down. It's sad.
Here's Bailey, guarded by Levine. Markkanen against DeRozan, like it's his. And Lauri Markkanen with the 3. Markkanen's got 9.
How about the shooting stroke from Markkanen, appearing very comfortable pulling the trigger from deep.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Kessler.
Honestly, if you're the defense, you should be ashamed not coming up with a steal on that pass.
Here's DeRozan.
How about Markkanen just lock it in on his man defensively? That 7-foot frame with his lateral movement, it can be intimidating. He's got to continue to work on that end to get better.
Filipowski with it. Sabonis defending. Kessler wide open. He fires. Off target from the baseline. Murray sets a screen for DeRozan. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. 22 points for DeMar DeRozan.
With the jumper, DeRozan is efficient. You really can't afford to let him get shots lined up.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
So Utah ends up going with the new group. Here's Mikhailuk. Monk defending. Floats one up. And up the court come the Kings on the break. And he hits it to tie the game up.
This is what you love to see. Westbrook sharing the ball with open teammates, making the right play.
Pass to Nurkic. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Here's Niang from downtown. Buries the long-range jumper. He's got 6.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
And so it's Utah with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've done a lot of great work from long range. And we'll be right back after this. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page. Woo.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Nurkic is out there with George Niang. And it's Mikhailuk in at the 2. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. Pass to Nurkic. Over Eubanks. Nurkic can't hit. The Kings trail by 6. Here's Westbrook. Here's Eubanks. And the shot goes in. Eubanks got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Kings. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Nurkic. Pass to Sensabaugh. Screen by Nurkic. The 3. A nice shot by Mikhailuk. Mikhailuk's got the lead up to 7 now for the Jazz. It's Westbrook with the drive. And Westbrook throws it down hard.
So good at finding the angles of drive. Westbrook is as fast as he is agile.
Mikhailuk passes to Niang. And he lobs it up toward the rim.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Westbrook kicks to Ellis. Now here's Westbrook. Defense right on him. And finished off by Westbrook.
Above the rim. Westbrook making his presence felt.
Nobody near Nurkic. No good from 3. The Kings trail by 5. Had the chance on the break, but the 3 is off. Here's Mikhailuk. Monk defending. And Malik Monk is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. So Utah ends up going with the new group. Some changes for Sacramento. Schroeder against George. From deep. Cleared away by Sabonis. Kings have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And good that time.
There are guys that can take that shot, and there are guys that can make that shot. DeRozan loves having the ball in these big moments because he understands how to deliver.
And they call an illegal screen here.
And that is an absolute heartbreaker of a turnover. In a close game like this, that might be enough to impact how it ends.
Mikhailuk's checked in for the Jazz. Murray sets a screen for DeRozan. A 17-footer. Got it to go.
Oh, guess what? DeMar DeRozan with another and one, finishing it off. That takes a strong physical and mental game.
And it's tied up with that one.
See, it's easy to see why his teammates trust him. He's a leader on this team and loves coming up huge in the clutch.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
And that's in there.
Some players shrink when the pressure's on, but he lives for these moments.
For Utah, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Now, Kessler. Here's McKinley. George looking around. Fires the 3. It misses. And it's DeRozan with the ball for Sacramento. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. We've got 1:08 left to play here in the fourth. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up.
I love watching DeMar DeRozan attract contact on the way up. He's just fearless getting through that contact.
George Niang, he's checked in for Utah.
Gets them to fall, and those are huge free throws. It's now a 2-possession game.
Kessler the screen. No good again that time.
Now, I understand that that shot didn't go down, but they will take that look every trip down the floor.
No room for them to make a mistake here.
You got to almost play perfect from here on out.
Screen by Niang. George! He's off from 3. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game. DeRozan! Kessler pulls it down.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
The 3 is off. DeRozan fires 18 feet out. Count it. So it's Sacramento picking up the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was.
NBA on 2K Sports. With two Hall of Famers, Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. And here's Memphis's starting group. Wells and Jackson, your small and power forwards. Morant runs point with KCP to his side. And it's Edey in at the 5. Doris, how excited are you for this front court matchup we have in front of us tonight? Two of the best in the game.
BA, I've had this one circled on my calendar for some time. The front court matchup is absolutely special. Two big-time guys.
Now here's Wells. Drops in the 3.
First bucket of the evening. Now, both teams are really looking to exploit matchups here.
What's going to be fascinating to watch is which matchups are they willing to go exploit.
Here's Bailey. George feels it out a bit. Markkanen with a screen on Morant. 4 on the clock. The offensive rebound. And so it's Morant who brings up the ball for Memphis. It's a 3-point game. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Caldwell Pope's shot is off. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Will Hardy. We got to talking about what do you do defensively against Ja Morant. And Coach said staying on top of him isn't easy, so our focus is on shutting down the lanes and not giving him the openings to attack. We want to make Morant force the issue. Putting Morant in tight spots is the name of the game here. Back to you guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Now here's Williams. Pass to Kessler. And here's Bailey for 3. And again, it's Utah with a 3.
And you know, Bailey isn't going to pass on those chances. He's looking to make an impact on the arc.
Morant, the pass to Jackson. Here's Edey. Fires the 3. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start.
Boy, felt like he let that possession get personal, trying to answer back with a 3 of his own there.
Here's Bailey. He's covered by Caldwell Pope. Here's Williams. The putback. George outside. This one for 3. Memphis with a rebound. Jackson outside. Here's Edey. And the call over the back.
Did he think he could get away with that? It was a pretty obvious call.
Yeah, easy call for the officials. Sometimes I think you can reach over without making contact, but that was not one of those times.
Kessler passes to Williams. Here's Bailey, defended by Jackson. Pass to George from deep. Caldwell Pope pulls it in. Grizzlies trail by 3. It's Wells on the wing. Now here's Morant. George defending. Outside Wells. Morant finds Caldwell Pope. And there's the screen. Back to Morant. On the wing, Caldwell Pope. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes. And it's a tie ball game.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And here's Bailey for 3. Knocks it down from distance. Bailey's got 6.
A confident answer from Bailey. The rookie wanting to prove he can hang.
And that one's good. Morant.
This is just fun. These teams are trading 3s back and forth.
Well, that 3-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now here's Markkanen. Lets the 3 fly. Kicks it to George. There's the 3. The rebound by Jackson. For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Back to Morant. 40 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
Oh, he'd like to have that one back. That's in his wheelhouse for sure.
Markkanen, the pass to Kessler. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. And another 3 for Memphis.
Oh, how about the dime? You love that unselfishness.
Kessler, a screen on Caldwell Pope. And here's Bailey for three. He buries it from three. 9 points in the game.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Tie game here. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And what stands out to you from Utah in this one?
Well, they came out with a physical presence and made rebounding a priority.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
Markkanen and Kessler are the big men. Bailey out there with George. And it's Williams in at the three. That's the group for Utah right now. Here's Collier. Here he goes. Niang is screened. The three is up. It's rebounded by Memphis. Aldama outside. Pass to Conchar. On the wing, Conchar. Back to Aldama. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
You know, he had room to operate, but added a little fade on that shot just for good measure.
There's a screen by Nurkic. Down low. Pass to Sensabaugh. Knocks down the long J. Sensabaugh's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Of course, while he's selective about it, Yusuf Nurkic has added a three-pointer to his game.
I think if you're a big in the modern NBA, you understand that your game is always about adapting to what's next. And listen, you have to be selective if you're just adding this element, but Yusuf Nurkic trying to evolve.
Here's Collier. He's covered by Jerome, and he drives in. Back to Niang. There's the triple. He can't get it to go. And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for Memphis. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Pass to Collier. Niang outside. Let's go with a three. It's hauled in by Landale.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Williams from long range. Utah grabs the miss. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks, Brian. The Utah Jazz are going young, but this is a franchise that has a winning history, and that culture is still around. Coach Will Hardy said, the messaging doesn't change. The players have bought into the little things that takes to win. This is a cohesive group that's committed to helping each other. Guys?
Building the right way. Thanks a lot, Allie.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush.
Oh,
get out the way, Greg.
Come on.
Get out the way. Oh, and he slams it down. Wow.
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. Niang outside. Takes a three. On target from range. Niang's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Jerome passes to Conchar. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Nurkic.
Well, despite the miss, obviously the shot this offense looking to generate is exactly that.
Niang, no good. Memphis trailing here. Jerome passes to Aldama. Lets it fly. And it's Niang with the rebound.
Coaches loathe empty possessions. You got to be able to hit the easy ones.
A quick look, no good that time. The Grizzlies have gotten only 3 of 9 attempts to fall in the second. Here's Conchar. The three-pointer off the mark. The Jazz shooting just around 33% since the second quarter got underway. The Jazz again can't hit.
This has not been his best quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Well, plenty of give and take so far.
There's 6 lead changes already. Both teams came to play.
Niang, that's good.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Here's Niang after Memphis picked up the three with their last shot. Intercepted. Pass to Collier. Fires for three. Aldama grabs the board. Aldama's got 5 rebounds tonight. Jerome passes to Aldama. Got it up. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Memphis ahead. They're up by 1. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Checking out the group for Tuomas Isilo will start the second half. Williams is out there with Santi Aldama. Then it's John Conchar. Then it's Jock Landale. And it's Jerome in at point guard. Now here's Wells. Jackson with a screen on Williams. Wells. The rebound by Markkanen. Here's Bailey. He's covered by Caldwell Pope. Lets it go from deep. The shot off that time. Memphis leading. Morant with it. Guarded now by George. And it's Morant missing. Utah shooting just 33% so far in this game. Markkanen finds Kessler. Kessler a screen on Caldwell Pope. Markkanen outside. Clock at 6. Markkanen sets a screen. George passes to Markkanen. Shoots over Jackson. Markkanen misses. And the Grizzlies shooting just 38% for this game so far. Well, Lauri Markkanen comes from a family full of athletes, Grant.
Oh, yes, indeed, B.A. Lauri's mom and dad were both pro basketball players, and so was one of his brothers. And his other brother is a professional soccer player. So it definitely runs in the family.
And Bailey gets it to go.
Yeah, this is how impactful Bailey can be. When he's cooking on offense, there's not a lot you can do to stop him.
Edey against Kessler. Edey inside. Utah grabs the miss. Williams on the wing. He's covered by Wells. Williams misses. And it's Morant with the ball for the Grizzlies. Searching for that first bucket here in the third. Edey drives in. Williams grabs the board. Utah has gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Hey, from beyond the arc. Caldwell Pope pulls it in. Caldwell Pope's got his 4th rebound in this one. Williams against Edey. Launches a 3. Rebounded by the Jazz. Kessler's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Williams from long range. Again the miss by Williams. The Grizzlies have gotten 0 shots to go out of 6 attempts. And then Morant with the dunk.
And the bounce that Morant possesses is unlike anyone else at his position.
To the middle. Edey with a steal. Jackson with it. Picked up by Markkanen. Here's Morant. And he gets the friendly roll as that one goes. Morant's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, just one more example of his offensive arsenal. So tough to stop.
Pass to Kessler. Edey with a steal. And now Memphis on the break. Jackson, the pass to Wells. And here's Morant. Now Jackson. It's guarded by Markkanen. Stolen by Kessler. Fast break Utah. Some room here for George with nobody on him. He buries that jumper.
A rising fire. Keontae George in the catch and shoot.
Edey for 3. Rebound, Utah.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
George, no good. Memphis has got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4. Pass to Morant. Edey with a screen on George. Caldwell Pope for 3. Here's Edey. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Grizzlies lead by 2.
I love his tenacity. Extra possessions, second chance points. That's winning basketball.
The steal. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Pass to Edey. Stolen by Kessler. It's a one-on-one situation. Goes up on the wing. And another miss by Utah. Here's Moran. For three, Caldwell Pope. The rebound by Markkanen. Markkanen's got 4 rebounds now. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. It's the Grizzlies. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You'll love the unselfish play.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. We've got George Niang, also Yusuf Nurkic out there, and it's Collier in at the 1. That's the group for Utah right now. Coming down the stretch, it's still anyone's game.
Incredible effort and energy on both sides. These guys must be gassed.
Here's Sensabaugh. Niang outside. Three-pointer, no good.
Boy, this is the story of the night for this guy. He's taken a lot of questionable shots.
Utah's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. And we played through about a minute here in the fourth. Launches it. It's rebounded by Memphis. Jerome passes to Aldama. For 3. Gets the 3-ball to go. And now a 4-point Grizzly lead.
And defensively, how do you leave them that open in crunch time?
Fires the 3. Niang, that's good.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Utah's gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. No good on the triple. And Jerome has got the ball here for the Grizzlies. Pass to Williams. Here's Landale, defended by Niang. Jerome passes to Landale. That one goes! Yes, sir!
When you use it right, the pump fake's as effective a move as there is.
For 3. That misses.
I mean, apparently he still has the green light to shoot threes, but he is in an absolute funk right now.
Jerome fires. Oh, the long ball, no good. No, they're unable to get the tying basket there. Picked it out of midair. To tie it up. The putback. Now Nurkic. Here's Collier. 5 on the clock. The 3 is in.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
And that misses. That would have put them up. The Grizzlies have gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this fourth quarter to fall. Now pass to Williams. Jerome. No good from 3. Utah shooting a low 30% from the floor. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. To take the lead. Knocks down the trifecta.
They're really employing a deep-range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
Now here's Niang. Niang is free. Now Nurkic. Beyond the arc. The triple drop.
Oh, don't you love the confidence Yusuf Nurkic has? Normally, guys, he's setting a screen or trying to open teammates. This time it's a little catch and shoot.
Jerome fires. Oh, no good. good. The dry spell continues. Pulls up for three. Yes, sir, with the three.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Now here's Conchar. And that'll be Memphis's ball as it goes out of bounds. Grizzlies able to keep possession here.
Substitution on the court.
Up top, Jackson. It's guarded by Markkanen. Oh, no good on the dunk. And he's going to get called there for the technical foul, hanging on the rim.
Yeah, a little too enthusiastic on the slam. You want guys playing with emotion, but there's a limit to how far you can take it before it hurts the team.
That shuts down any idea of a comeback. That is big time under pressure.
Oh, he leaves no question. And so it's Utah easily grabbing this one. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the drive.
action inside tonight. Both of these teams have powerhouse front courts.
Yeah, Kevin, it could get very, very physical down low. You're right about that. It is size versus size. They're going to be fighting for position, fighting for every rebound, Kevin. It's kind of like an old school energy to this matchup.
Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. The wing pair, it's Caldwell Pope and Wells. Jackson is out there with Edey. And it's Morant in at the point. And then Morant slams it in.
Yeah, Morant's got to get himself in that dunk contest. I mean, look at that.
Wells with the steal. And now the Grizzlies, fast break. Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Morant with the bucket.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
Kings have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. The electric Ja Morant, the leader of this team, Stan. What's his focus need to be going forward?
Well, look, Kevin, I think it's pretty simple with Ja Morant. We know how good he is. Can he keep himself on the floor on a consistent basis, which for Ja means staying healthy and staying out of trouble. If he can do that, there's no question about his ability or his ability to lead this team.
Now here's Morant. He has 5. Edey with it. Pulls up. High post. And the Grizzlies check on 2 more. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Doug Christie gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. He's focused on Jaren Jackson Jr. tonight, always a big problem for opponents. Coach told me Triple J does the 2 things we all want, hit threes and block shots. He's won a Defensive Player of the Year, so we're talking about one of the toughest guys to game plan for because he's really good at both ends. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that. Edey can't hit. For Sacramento, they've gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Shoots over Wells. It's rebounded by Memphis. Inside, trying to find Jackson. He's got it now. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
There's Jackson Jr. with that huge catch radius. You can put that pass almost anywhere.
To the middle. Out to DeRozan. Schroeder setting the pick for DeRozan. DeRozan can't get that one to fall.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Cans it from downtown.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, they've come out with more energy and effort, and that's reflected in the score.
Now here's DeRozan. Murray. Out to DeRozan for the 3. That doesn't go either for DeRozan.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep, and he'll shoot 2 at the line. This is his first free throw of the game.
And I look back at his numbers from the free throw line last year, 78%, so not too bad.
What a unique skill set Jaren Jackson Jr., coach, brings to the floor.
No question, Kevin. He's a two-way player, a defensive player of the year who also has proven he can be a primary scorer, and he can score it from the three-point line, or he can put it on the floor and go to the basket. Plus, he's got a post game. This is one of the most versatile players in the league.
Now DeRozan, following the miss by Ja Morant from deep.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
And DeRozan is selective when it comes to taking threes, but they're looking confident from the corner.
And he makes that one. Morant's got 7.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That's his first foul. And they double up DeRozan. Pass to Schroeder. Schroeder setting the pick for DeRozan. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Wells. Hits the front of the rim and out. Now here's Morant. He has 7. Jackson has the open look. No good on the 3. Schroeder outside, and it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
And so it's Memphis, ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. We'll return shortly. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And for Memphis, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they've dictated the pace to this point, looking to run at every opportunity.
So on the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter. Morant and Caldwell Pope are their guards. The front court is Wells and Jackson. And it's Edey in at the 5. So Memphis ends up going with the new group. And the real star stand of this Kings team is Domantas Sabonis. Can he anchor them, though, defensively?
Well, Sabonis is not a big-time shot blocker, Kevin, but paint points haven't been their biggest concern. Rather, it's been their struggles closing out the shooters on the perimeter.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, the Kings going into last season, bringing an experienced closer in DeMar DeRozan. Domantas Sabonis said it's what we needed. More veterans. We're a young team. We all know we're good, but it never hurts to have one of those big-time NBA players on the team for confidence, for backup, for everything. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Clifford pulls it in. The Kings trail by 12. 17-foot shot on the way. Monk outside. Drains it from beyond the arc. Monk's got himself on the board with 3 there.
How about the quickness of that release by Monk? An experienced catch-and-shoot player who feels comfortable firing from deep.
And there's the call on Dario Saric. That's his first foul. Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Sacramento. Here's Aldama. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3. Three-pointer. McDermott for 3. He can't get that one to fall. And Jerome has got the ball here for the Grizzlies. Aldama can't hit. Launches a 3. Aldama with the rebound. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
Well, they're playing with great pace, pushing the ball up the floor and attacking before the defense can get set.
And, guys, they've also done a great job generating offense from their defense, forcing turnovers and making the defense pay for those mistakes.
Here's Saric. Solid as a rock from 20 feet away. And we've heard some coaches complaining about players getting away with traveling. Is that something, Greg, the league needs to clean up?
Well, it's inevitable that a few of those calls are going to be missed. But listen, you'd rather have that than officials whistling travel that didn't happen.
McDermott, no one around him, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And the Kings, another 3.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
It's stolen by Aldama. No good on that one. The Kings trail by 9. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. The shot by Monk is no good. Jerome with it. Now guarded by Monk. Jerome deciding where to go with it. And a miss there on the triple.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
In the corner, it's Monk. McDermott with a steal. Now here's Monk, the fast break chance. And he jams it with authority.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush, perfect.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the boards.
Jerome passes to Aldama. Back to Jerome. It's stolen by Sharks. Ellis goes in. Here's McDermott. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. And the Grizzlies leading by 6. And there's the call on Dario Saric. That's foul number 2 for him.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Out to the wing. Here's Aldama. Knocks down the 3 ball. Aldama's got his second bucket tonight.
Yeah, Aldama can stretch the floor for you when the big man finds quality openings at the arc.
McDermott for 3. The shot, no good. That shot missing, and that concludes the first half. It's the Grizzlies up by 9. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Backcourt guards are Schroeder and Levine. In the front court, the forwards will be DeRozan and Murray. And it's Sabonis in at the 5, patrolling the paint. And so that's who Doug Christie starts the second half with. Count it, good. Sabonis has got the first basket of the second half here for the Kings.
Just like his dad in his time, DeMontis is polished and disciplined.
And you talk about the best center in the league, Sabonis certainly, Stan, is in that group.
He sure is, Kevin, the second Sabonis to be in that group. And look, this guy can do it all. He is one of the best passing bigs in the league. He's one of the best rebounding bigs in the league. And he can shoot the ball on the perimeter. A tough guy to deal with.
In the corner, Murray with it. To the inside. Outside, Levine. That falls. Nice speed that time from Sabonis. Levine's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Jackson kicks to Caldwell Pope. There's the 3. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. And the Grizzlies lead by 7.
Well, he shoots a solid clip from deep. Caldwell Pope took advantage.
The drive by Schroeder. Edey with the steal. Rebound by Murray. Murray's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Morant with the steal. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Pass to Sabonis. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half.
And loving the aggression from Sabonis. Going right up for the dunk there. Nice.
Here's Edey. And the shot goes in. Edey's got his second basket.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Kick out to Levine. Nailed from 3-point land. Levine's got a pair of 3s now here in the third for the Kings. To the paint. Wells passes to Morant. Here's Caldwell Pope. It's rebounded by Sabonis. The Kings trail by 6. And Coach Van Gundy, the big name for Memphis is Ja Morant. But his superstar trajectory hitting a little bit of turbulence.
Well, some of those troubles were self-inflicted, Kevin, but also questions about his high-flying style. As he said himself, the falls can take it out of you.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Well, the son of Hall of Fame big man Arvydas Sabonis, DeMontis said he was a 7-footer that could do everything, like a point guard. He's at a whole different level. I'm just another basketball player. He is a legend. But his father said, DeMontis is a warrior like me, and I'm very proud. Kevin?
Great stuff. Okay, Allie, we thank you. Jackson passes to Caldwell Pope. Jackson a screen on Levine. Another miss by Caldwell Pope. And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for the Sacramento Kings, trailing by 4.
And you like Murray as a spot-up shooter, knows where to park himself, and always ready to receive the pass.
And that one's good. Morant.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Hells with the steal. Morant against Murray. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. Misses the 3. Sacramento's gotten the 3 ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. Levine wide open. And the Kings check on 2 more.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And we've got a lineup change here for Sacramento. Jerome, no good. The Kings trailing, and it's Vince Williams with the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
There's 25 seconds left in the third. McDermott for 3. Aldama with the rebound. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And he was dialed in at the line a season ago, 87% from the line.
And the Grizzlies leading by 3. From deep. Trains the 3-pointer. Jerome's got 4 points this quarter.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon. Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
The Kings shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And a season ago at the charity stripe, this is a group that shot an impressive 81%. Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
And that one released in time, but no good. The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball. And how about the perfect delivery?
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. So on the floor for Memphis, they've got Jock Landale. Williams is out there with Santi Aldama. Then there's Ty Jerome. To the left wing. Sharks looking around. To take the lead. Aldama with the rebound. Aldama's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Jerome. And the shot goes down. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Down low. And here's McDermott to tie it up. Landale grabs the miss. Landale's got his 4th rebound in this one. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Memphis.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, boy, they just jump at it.
So Memphis ends up going with a new group. 6 to shoot. Oh, wow!
What a dunk. Well, yeah, there's that explosiveness we talk about with Morant. He gets off the floor with such ease.
And we have a timeout called by Tomas Isolo. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Over that last break, I was able to catch the message that Memphis's coach was giving to his team. He said to his guys, this one is not over yet. You have worked hard for this lead, and we are not about to give it up now. Stay focused and keep hustling. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Allie. Can't get it to go. Memphis leading by 6. Launches it. Not gonna go. Edey against Schroeder. Zach LaVine. 3. Good.
Well, the defense has got to know, when LaVine is getting hot like this, they're in for a long night.
Now Jackson. Morant outside. Edey fires. The 3 doesn't go. For Sacramento, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Sabonis outside. Takes the shot. Up again. Schroeder against Morant. Now LaVine. And down goes the 3.
Well, this is what he does. A proven scorer in the clutch.
Jackson. And he does not hit. Sacramento's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the fourth. DeRozan, 18 feet out. Count it.
And this is why you go to DeRozan. When they need a bucket, he's a guy that can go out and get it.
Well, Morant's built to go and showing what he's made of here in the clutch.
Sabonis outside. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Sometimes the action speeds up on you a little too much. 2 teammates not on the same wavelength there.
Memphis has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Jackson, that shot no good. Kings have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. On the wing, LaVine. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. He drills the 3.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Schroeder with the ball. He's picked up by Morant. Here's LaVine. Sabonis sets the pick for LaVine. Down he goes for 3.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
And it's Sacramento's ball. They're on a 17-7 run. Here's DeRozan. 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 6 on the shot clock. All sorts of time. Good work there as it goes down.
Probably wasn't the shot they were looking for, but they'll take the bucket. Just too big a deficit to come back from at this point.
Well, you want your players to keep playing hard, but let's be honest. This game's over.
That one is off. So it's Sacramento picking up the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
to the final buzzer, Grant. We should have a battle on our hands tonight.
Oh, yes, indeed, B.A. And, you know, in games like this, it's important to give space for your big guys to compete. The last thing you want is to overcrowd the paint and end up taking an elbow.
Here are the starters for Utah. Markkanen and Kessler are the big men. Bailey out there with Keontae George, and it's Hendricks in at the 3. Now here's Markkanen. Back to George. Markkanen with a screen on Schroeder. Shot clock at 5. Shot from the top of the key. Rebounded, Domantas Sabonis. On the wing, DeRozan. No good from the wing.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him all.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Doug Christie. We talked about Lauri Markkanen, and I asked him how he wanted his players to guard him tonight, and he said we can't afford to lose sight of him out on the perimeter because he's a big that can really shoot it, especially when he's operating in the pick and roll. It'll be interesting to see how Markkanen fares against them in this one. Back to you guys.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Again, the miss by DeRozan. On offense, here's Utah. And Grant, after last season, a new front office taking over in Sacramento, trying to get them back in the playoffs.
Yeah, and after ending their record-breaking postseason drought in 2023, the last 2 years have seen the Kings again outside the playoffs. They're restless to get back there in the mix.
The Kings have gone 1 for 3 so far. Picked by Murray. And another miss by Sacramento. The Jazz have gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Markkanen for 3. Rebound by Sacramento. DeRozan outside. Puts the move on. Jump shot is good that time.
This is where DeRozan makes his living, such an excellent mid-range shooter.
George against Schroeder. Pass to Kessler to stop the drought, and that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
DeRozan outside. And the 3 off target.
And sometimes on defense, you could just get lucky.
Here's Bailey. He's covered by Levine. Bailey's shot is off. And so it's Schroeder with it. He brings it up for the Kings. Picked by Murray. Puts it up from the high post. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. DeRozan's got 6.
Quality play recognition by DeRozan. Scans the defense, hits off the pick.
Pass to Bailey. The 3. A minute 37 left to play in the first. From outside the arc. The rebound by Murray. Sacramento leading by 3. Beyond the arc. And DeRozan with the basket. On the assist from Schroeder. He's got 9.
You could see his confidence on that shot. DeMar DeRozan catches it, fires it without a pause.
And Bailey gets it to go.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Take that, he says. I see your 3, and I'll raise you another 3.
Here's Bailey. Can't tie it up. That one misses. DeRozan outside. Good. That's his 5th bucket in 9 attempts.
The closer DeRozan gets, the more dangerous he is. That's fantastic work inside.
From the wing, George, no good. Sacramento has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Levine can't hit.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And here's Bailey for 3. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Sabonis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. DeRozan passes to Murray. From the high post. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
What a performance for DeMar DeRozan. He's been the story for the Kings. His fingerprints were all... And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And taking a look at Sacramento's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
Dario Saric is out there with Malik Monk. Then there's Keon Ellis, and it's Carter in at the point guard position. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Kings. And not going to go. He misses his first attempt of the night. Pass to Mikhailuk. Off target with the 3.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Rebounded by Nurkic. Jazz trail by 4. They double him with Monk. Inside. It's Mikhailuk on the wing. Sends it home from three-point land. Mikhailuk's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Carter inside. To the right side. Pass to Ellis. From the top of the key, he buries it. A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. Outside, Anderson takes the 3. Saric with some nice D. The Kings lead by 3. Stolen by Anderson. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Malik Monk is a key player for the Kings. He said, coming to the organization, I felt like I could bring an energy that Sac had been waiting for, and it's a comfortable fit. Coming here slows everything down. I can just focus on my craft in hand, and it's been working for me. Back to you.
He's played great for him. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. The Jazz have gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. Anderson for 3. That shot is off. The Kings have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. Ellis with it. Nurkic picks him up. Outside Carter. Back to Monk. Ellis passes to Carter. Clock at 4. Monk for 3. And another miss by Sacramento. Utah has gone 3 of 6 from outside in the second quarter. Richard, throughout his NBA career, Malik Monk has been known for his instant offense off the bench.
Yeah, but he's now shown he can also play in that lead role and distribute. Impressive to see a combo guard who can drive and the role.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. 5 points in the game.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Oh, and again, it's the Jazz from deep.
If you're not right up there on him, oh, he's going to make you pay.
Defended by Nurkic. From behind the arc. And it's Niang with the rebound. And the Jazz with possession. They're on a 15-5 run.
First personal foul. First team foul.
1:19 left in the second period. Pass to Nurkic. From the arc. Monk grabs the miss.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from Rain. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. 4-3. Rebounded by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Mikhailuk. Here's Anderson. The Jazz need to get one up in a hurry. Here's Niang. Oh, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over. Kings trail by 3. Out of bounds. It'll be Utah's ball.
Utah ball.
.20 seconds left to play in the half. Pass to Nurkic. He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
He's locked in with his teammates right now, setting guys up in perfect position.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Utah ahead. They're up by 5. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
For the fan half-court shot. Drums. They're measuring up the shot.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Boy, you have to like what we're seeing from DeMar DeRozan.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
Kicking off the second half, here's Will Hardy's 5. Kyle Anderson is out there with Yusuf Nurkic. Then there's George Niang. Then it's Sviatoslav Mikhailuk. And the call will be against Dario Saric. That's his first foul. And the Kings going with a whole new group out there. And it's Utah with the ball. Kessler, a screen on Levine. Bailey's shot is off. Outside Levine. Fires from deep. Oh, the long-range prowess of Levine. And in recent years, we've seen the value of 3-and-D wings skyrocket, Richard.
And that trend came right about the end of my career, so I never got to cash in on one of those big 3-and-Ds, but I did win a championship playing that role, so, there's that.
They get it back. Pass to Hendricks. Now here's George. 5 to shoot. Kessler, a screen on Schroeder. For 3, George. Kicks it out to Markkanen. The three-pointer is true from Markkanen.
Shots like this help Markkanen get in rhythm. The D must be aware of his ability to catch and fire.
Here's Levine for 3. Utah grabs the miss. George outside. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Sabonis. Sabonis has got 9 rebounds now. Picked by Sabonis. On the wing, Levine. George defending. Left side, Schroeder. Pass to Murray. That 3's off the mark. Utah leading by 5. George with it. He's picked up by Schroeder. And here's Bailey for 3. Kessler. Out to the right wing. Here's Hendricks. Here's Bailey. The 3-ball. Stolen by Schroeder. And pushing it up. Here's Sacramento. The 3 is up. Sacramento again missing. And here's Markkanen. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points.
Honestly, if you're the defense, you should be ashamed not coming up with a steal on that pass.
Here's Bailey. He's covered by Levine. Just 4 to shoot. And here's Bailey for 3. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Markkanen.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Here's the 3. Rebounded. Domantas Sabonis. Sabonis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Back to Schroeder with his first shot attempt. It's rebounded by George. Utah leading by 5. Pass to Markkanen. Puts up a 3. Hits a 3-pointer. Markkanen's got his second bucket of the night.
And I want to see Markkanen continue to shoot from deep because he's a quality sniper with impressive range.
Here's Levine for 3. And another miss by Sacramento. You wonder if they could push this lead to double digits.
Ooh, with the way they're playing, there's no reason to think they can't.
Kicks it out to Markkanen. 3-pointer. Rebound by Sacramento. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
ABA. Well, the Kings are great offensively, but looking for continued improvement on the other end. Head coach Doug Christie said, defensively, what I'm asking them to do, the level of intensity, is difficult. want you to play so hard that you raise your hand and say, quote, I need to come out of the game. BA, back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. Pass to Markkanen. From downtown, another miss by Markkanen. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. On the attack, Schroeder from outside the arc. Here's Sabonis. And no good. Some solid defense from Markkanen.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Yeah, and you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate.
Here's Bailey. Beyond the arc. Unable to get that one. And so it's the Utah Jazz with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. They've got Malik Monk. He's out there with Dario Saric. And it's Carter in at the 1. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Anderson for 3. And he goes in for the dunk.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
Offensive rebounding is about hustle and determination. Huge putback, making a statement there.
And it's Niang with the rebound. Jazz leading by 5. It's stolen by Ellis. Saric outside. Right side, Monk. Ellis on the wing. Carter from outside knocks it down from distance.
And the defense is looking almost lost on the perimeter. That opens up a quality three-point shot, and he delivers.
Big 3 right there, especially at this point in the game.
Sacramento has gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the fourth. Back to Monk. To take the lead. The rebound by the Jazz. Nurkic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Mikhailuk. Lets it go from deep. Counted from distance. Mikhailuk's got 5 points now this quarter.
And far from the best shot, but all that matters is the end result. Somehow he sinks it.
For 3. Nurkic with a rebound. Jazz leading by 5. It's Anderson on the wing. Anderson with a screen on Saric. Six on the shot clock. Takes a 3. Oh, it's off.
Even though it didn't go down, he'll take that shot every time.
And he nails it.
Not just a scorer. Monk is also a quality facilitator for this team.
It's Mikhailuk on the wing. He's guarded by Ellis. Fires the 3. It's money from deep.
And just a painful blow right there. I mean, I ain't believe they give up a big triple.
And that basket is good. 3-point lead. 1:51 left in the final quarter. From deep. Oh, it's off. Sacramento has gone 3 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the third quarter. Yes, sir! That one goes!
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for him.
It's a one-on-one situation to take the lead. Not that time. Utah has gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth. Takes it inside. And that's in.
Making the floater look this smooth is not as easy as it looks. It's a challenging shot.
Yes, sir! Bank it in the layup.
No settling for an outside shot there. They went right to the hoop.
Here's Nurkic. And here we go, Sacramento on the fast break. Monk fires! The 3 ball is down!
He wants the ball, has a flair for the dramatic, unfazed in big situations.
Here's Mikhailuk, who's guarded by Ellis. Now Nurkic. And there's a 3-second violation.
Just lost his head out there. It'll happen if you're pushing a little too hard.
Both teams will make substitutions. Grant, they'd love to milk the clock here.
No question. They're in a great situation right here.
And Zach LaVine just commands the ball in these big moments. You want a guy that can not only take that shot, but make that shot.
Rebounded by Sabonis.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
Yeah, Tim, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
Count it! Now here's LaVine from deep three-point range. So a close game sees Sacramento taking this one. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.